Let's take a look at the now third-year point guard for the Detroit Pistons, Killian Hayes. And we're going to look at his game on the offensive end through 2 preseason games. We're going to start with the negatives where he has had some issues with turnovers. So we see him being aggressive here in transition, but just gets the ball away from his body a little bit, gets knocked out of his hands. We're going to see the same thing here with the dribble. On-ball defenders able to reach from behind, knock that away. I do like that Killian stayed aggressive even with some of these turnovers, missed shots. We'll talk more about that throughout the breakdown, but you see him in the half court, attack, draw all of this attention into the lane, makes the right read, just isn't able to stop himself quick enough to avoid the charge. And then there was a couple passes just off target, particularly with Jalen Duren on some lob opportunities where it just didn't seem like him and the rookie were on the same page, something they will improve on as the year progresses. And then looking at him scoring, I do think the right hand finishes still need to come from Killian. This is one where I think a sweeping little right hand layup or hook shot would have been a much higher percentage opportunity than trying to force that little left hand over the contest from the New York Knicks big man Isaiah Hartenstein. And then I do like some of the off-ball movement we get from Killian Hayes, something he's going to have to be able to do, play off-ball, but he has to be careful when there's a rolling big guy into the lane, not to clog up the lane like he did there, and then he has to be able to knock down jump shots. So the shooting in general has not been efficient through 2 games. The three-point shot hasn't. The shots at the rim, just overall not super efficient, but again, I like the aggressiveness. So here is his one make in transition. I like the confidence he shot this ball with, especially the way that game started for him against the Knicks with some turnovers and a miss. We're going to see him in the mid-range, an area where I think maybe he will find confidence and thrive this season, play through contact there, able to finish against the contest and the foul. On this one, I would have liked to see him attack this closeout right here, attack this closeout and drive, but he turns it into a little bit more of an isolation. I like that he's able to get to a spot. This is a good shot for Killian Hayes, in my opinion. He just has to be able to knock it down. Really what I've seen through 2 preseason games in terms of the shot attempts is he just has to be better making shots. He has to hit them at a higher rate. Nice drive there, playing through the contact of Zion Williamson. And again, that little lefty runner in the mid-range, I really like that finish from Killian Hayes. And then here we're going to see him get all the way to a rim. Again, I would like to see him finish with his right. I do think it would have been the right move to finish with his right hand, even though he's able to finish this one. So I think that right hand development in terms of scoring is something I'd like to see throughout the season. And then again here in isolation against a guy who has a good rep coming into the NBA, Dyson Daniels, gets down onto the block, gets fouled, gets himself to the free throw line. So I love the aggressiveness Killian showed. I love the amount of shot attempts. He just has to put the ball in the basket more. And then he also continued to create for his teammates. So here again in isolation, attacks, forces the help, gets Marvin Bagley III a wide open dunk at the rim. Again, off a little bit of a ghost screen, attacks the big, gets into the lane, forces all of this help, finds Isaiah Livers in the weak side corner for an open shot. It's not about the result. It's about what Killian Hayes is able to create for his teammates. Here in a little bit of a ball screen, you see a little bit of wiggle, some ball handling, then makes the nice cross-court read to a wide-open Corey Joseph. So I love that Killian Hayes stayed aggressive with the shot attempts, with creating for teammates. Just has to improve on the turnovers and put the ball in the basket with some of those shot attempts.